People running up and down stairs, no one answering the door, cans of shaving cream exploding. I'm on the staff of Bellevue Hospital, and how could I believe such a story? You never let on.
Listen, I was so desperate for a smoke, I went to Charlie's bathroom and tried to light up a Q-tip.
Don't you have any self-control?
Of course, I only smoked half. Something's wrong with Ken.
Maybe he's still hungry. You want seconds, Kenny?
No, he wants to say something. Quiet, everyone. Shh. What is it, Ken?
I'm sorry, but I have to do this. Myra isn't here, the servants aren't here. Charlie's upstairs and he has a bullet hole in his ear. Maybe it was attempted suicide. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know and I don't care. Just glad it's all over with.
It's okay, Ken. We know. Lenny told us.
You know?
Yes.
Who told you?
Lenny told us.
Glenn told you?
No. Lenny. Lenny told us.
I wish you were deaf again.
Lenny, is it true? Did you tell them? Oh, finish your damn dinner and leave us alone, will you?
All right, Lenny. Take it easy. He's been under a big strain.
And I haven't. I acted my damn head off that Myra was here. I had actual conversations with her up there. I even did her voice just in case anyone was listening.
That was you? You could have fooled me.
I did.
That's right. You did.
So, you guys really weren't watching the special on PBS?
No, we stopped everything to watch the rise and fall of Adolf Hitler. I don't get you people.
It sounded so real. I believed it.
What about you, Miss Cooper? What's her name?
Cassie.
Cassie. What about you, Cassie? Did you notice anything strange was going on here?
Yes, for about 6 months now.
What do you mean? What does she mean?
Don't mind her. She's still very upset about losing her crystal.
We could call a plumber. They get everything out. Wedding rings, car keys. I had an aunt who lost her dentures down the toilet one time, and they got them out.
And he wore them?
Well, obviously you cleaned them.
They could be blessed by the Pope. I am not letting them touch my mouth.
Unless you're into crystals, you wouldn't understand. They have very special properties. You must wash them in clear spring water. They must be kept in direct sunlight. Cassie scrubs them every night with a wet, soft toothbrush. You never dry them in a towel. You pat them with a sort of a leathery cloth. They're really very delicate.
Have you got them enrolled in a good school yet?
Oh, come on, Claire. If crystals work for her, if they give her a sense of comfort and pleasure, what's wrong with it?
You don't have to defend me. Crystals will be here millions of years after the planet is gone.
If the planet is gone, don't the crystals go with it?
Lenny, don't.
I don't know if this will help Rennie, but there's a big crystal chandelier in the dining room. Should I mention it to her?
Thanks, Joyce, but I don't think so. It's best just to leave her alone for now.
I'm not dead, you know. I can hear. Maybe Ken can't, but I can.
I could unscrew the toilet myself. I've done it before.
I don't think it's the time or the place to be fixing toilet sugar.
Yes, perhaps another time, another place.
Bleeding Heart and all cookie, this was one hell of a meal. My hat's off to you.
Here, here.
Bravissima.
Bravo!
No, put that in for it was so serious.
Doesn't anybody?
Wait, everyone, quiet a minute. Shh, quiet. What is it, Ken? Doesn't anybody what?
Doesn't anybody want to go upstairs and see if Charlie's all right? It's been awfully quiet up there, hasn't it?
How would you know?
What?
God, he's right. We've been so busy eating and explaining to each other that we forgot about Charlie.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. I'll go up and settle this now.
Wait. We're all in a precarious situation. Not just Charlie, but a lot of people's futures depend on how we deal with this issue.
Meaning you?
Well, no. Cassie and I were the last to arrive. We just heard about it. We're hardly involved.
And Ernie and I were cooking the whole time. Nobody told us. Sorry.
I wanted to call the police. Ken wouldn't let me call the police. Claire, didn't I want to call the police?
Lenny wanted to call the police. So what are you saying? It's Ken's responsibility? He takes the rap for all this?
That's not really saying it.
What we're saying is, if it comes down to it, he's the most logical. That's all.
I can't believe this. Ken almost went deaf trying to protect Charlie and everyone else here. I expected a little bit more from his friends. My gosh, what a bunch of wimps. Are you hearing any of this, Ken?
Well, answer her, Glenn. Are you?
Oh my gosh, oh no!
What?
right here, right around here.
Oh, we'll find them, honey.
What do they look like?
Old, very old, with pearls and a little ruby. Oh, my grandmother got them for me. I'm sick about this. Oh my gosh!
What?
They're in my head. I forgot I had them. I'm so stupid. Everyone, please forgive me. Now, what were we saying?
Glenn, I'm a little worried about your wife. You think she's all right in there?
She's fine. She's just thinking of a way to get back at me. She'll come up with something. Oh, she's got one.
Please forgive me, everyone. I behaved badly tonight. What'd you say? No, really, and I apologize. I've had, well, a rough day today, and I'm just not here tonight.
That's fine, neither Charlie and Myra.
You're so funny, Lenny. How do you say funny things?
I just, can I get you some wine or something?
Why? Do I look like I need it?
Glenn?
Out, Cassie.
Glenn, is she getting back at me or you?
What do you mean, sweetheart?
You know what I mean. Brush your hair back and sit down in the chair.
Do you know what he's talking about, Lenny?
Excuse me, everyone. I'm going up to get Charlie's gun.
Cassie! Look, everyone here is your friend. Why don't you and I go out to the terrace and have a nice, quiet talk?
You do, and you'll have a back worse than mine.
Oh my goodness. I see what you're thinking. And that's really funny because the same exact thing happened to me and Glenn last week at the cocktail party for the Democratic fundraising committee. You see, there was the nicest woman there. Very attractive, very sweet, and very refined. And because sometimes I feel so silly and so insecure, I thought she was coming on to Glenn. And they got on the dance floor, and they were as close as freshly laid wallpaper.
I think we're going.
Oh, excuse me. I must have eaten too quickly.
That was the intercom, Ken, not you.
I'll get it. Hello? Charlie? Are you all right? It's Charlie. Molly? Who's Molly?
Charlie, not Molly.
Yes, we're all here. It's Lynn, Glenn, Ken, Ernie, Claire, Chris, Cassie, and Cookie.
Isn't that odd? All the women's names begin with a C.
That's right.
Except Myra.
Her middle name is Clara.
And the men's names are all the same. Glenn, Ken, Len.
That's right.
Except for Ernie and Charlie.
Charlie begins with a C.
What is this? Anagrams for Pete's sake? Let him talk on the phone.
Yes, I understand. No, it's perfectly fine. You do what you need to. We'll be here. He needs time to think. More time to drink? He shouldn't drink with Valium.
Think, not drink.
Oh my God, oh Jesus!
What is it?
My ears just popped. They opened up. It sounds like a subway in here.
This is remarkable. I'm having the first headache I've ever had in my entire life.
I just remembered.
What?
Ernie's last name is Cusack. It begins with a C.
You're just now remembering your husband's last name?
I can hear my own pulse. It's slightly up, but not too bad.
Can I take it? I'm really good at things like that.
I'm warning you, Cassie. You're gonna end up in the same place as your crystal.
Don't threaten me, sweetheart. I'll start naming names.
That's it. I've got to stay, but I'm putting you in a taxi.
Never mind.
I'll walk. Walk? 22 miles? Cassie, will you wait?
I feel bad for her, especially because one day she'll grow old and die.
I just thought of something else.
What?
Glenn went to Penn.
Oh, sit on it, will you, honey?
If I had you all in my group, I would never need another group again.
Shh. Quiet, everyone. I think I can hear them.
Hear who?
Glenn and Cassie. They're in the driveway.
The man is a German Shepherd.
Ken, I really don't think it's your business you'd be listening.
If he can hear through walls, it's his business.
She's talking about a woman. She's very upset.
I'll say, she just kicked a car with her foot. Who wants a BMW?
Oh, the good side too, I bet.
I just figured it out.
What?
It's Glenn Cooper. Glenn's the one that Myra's having the affair with.
You think so?
Figure it out. Myra's been working very hard on Glenn's campaign. 2-3 nights a week, late nights.
That's right! Charlie's not dumb. He puts two and two together, confronts Myra with it, she confesses, he kicks her out the house, he tells the servants to go home, and then he tries to blow his brains out.
But you don't know that. That's an assumption on your part, and that is a very, very dangerous statement to make. Don't you agree with me, Len?
No,
Why not?
I don't feel like it.
Listen, I think we need to bring this to a head. I'm going out to speak to Charlie and find out what's what.
Wait, hold it. As far as Charlie is concerned, only Chris and I knew about himself shooting him in the ear. Am I right?
Right. He never said a word to me. He had the pillow covering his ear the whole time.
So what you're saying is Charlie doesn't know we know anything?
Well, he's got to know that none of us have seen Myra, and there's no servants here.
Exactly, but he doesn't know the rest of you know about the gunshot.
Slower. Go slower. Talk like we're children.
What I'm trying to say is, Charlie told me not to tell anybody.
And then you went along and told everybody.
No, I told you and Lenny. Lenny told everybody.
But you were deaf then. You didn't hear me tell everybody.
And then you went and told everybody after Lenny told everybody.
Go fast again. It doesn't make a difference.
My point is, as long as Charlie doesn't think the rest of you know...
Why tell him now? I see your point, but we've got to keep up the subterfuge. If we confront him with everyone knowing about the gunshot, he could go to pieces. So until we know the entire story, we have to pretend we don't know anything.
I should be the one to go up to him. I tell him that everybody's here. He asks, does everybody know what's happened?
You say no.
I say no. And he says, if I'm not down there, and Myra's not down there, and the servants aren't down there, what did you tell them?
Something's wrong with Cassie. Whoops.
Whoops! What's whoops? Did she throw up in my car?
Ew, no. She hit Glenn. His nose is bleeding.
Tell me when he hits her back. I'd love to watch that.
Would you please be quiet? I can't hear myself think. What was I saying?
You said you should be the one who goes up to Charlie. You tell Charlie that everyone's here. He asks, does everyone know what's happened? Ernie said you say no. You said I say no. So Charlie asked, well, if I'm not down there, if Myra's not down there.
All right.
I've got it. Here's what we do. Charlie is going to want to know what Ken told us. Ken tells us that Charlie had a large benign wart removed from his ear this morning, but he's all right. Then suddenly, Myra's mother breaks her hip, and Myra has to drive her to the hospital. She's going to stay the night. The help, thinking the party was off, left the food and went home. It all happened so fast, and they forgot to call us. So we got here, we understood, and we decided to stay and cook the dinner ourselves. That's the story.
I wouldn't believe the mother breaking her hip.
Why not?
She died 6 years ago.
And her father broke his hip.
Her father lives in California.
Does she have any relatives that live in the city?
She has a cousin, Florence.
Then Florence broke her hip.
Florence is married. Why didn't her husband take her?
Then Myra broke her hip. The neighbors took her.
If he only had a wart removed, Charlie could have taken her.
Can't you think of something else?
I did. I thought of the mother, the father, the cousin, the wart, and the hip. Nothing satisfies you people.
There's no logic to it. Nothing in that story is plausible.
We don't need plausible. The man is in shock, mental anguish, and emotional despair. Logic doesn't mean anything to him right now. Excuse me. The telephone.
Ernie, don't you think we all know what's a telephone? We all own one. We're all wealthy people here.
Well, everybody just calm down. Hello? Yes? Yes, he is. Who's calling, please? I see. All right, hold on. It's a woman for Glenn.
So?
It sounds like Myra.
Oh, shuck-a-doodle-doo!
Should I go get him?
Wait a minute. Glenn is outside just now. Can I tell him who's calling? I see. All right, hold on. I can't tell. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Well, what did she say when you asked who's calling?
She said, just a friend.
How does she say it?
She said, just a friend. How many other ways did her say it?
I'll tell you how many ways. Nervous, phony, sincere, drunk.
Scared, guilty, lying.
Offhanded, perplexed, deceitful.
Ominous,
This
anonymous.
isn't Scrabble, for God's sakes.
Let me talk to her.
She didn't ask for you.
She didn't ask for you either. Give me the phone. Hello? No, this is Glenn's friend Lynn. No, Ken went to get Glenn. Do I know you? You sound awfully familiar. I see. Could you hold on for 1 second, please? It doesn't sound like her.
Well, who does it sound like?
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep? Why would Meryl Streep call here?
I didn't say it was Meryl Streep, but you know how she sounds in the movies when she does the character perfectly, but it's not really her? That's what she sounds like.
Like she's not Meryl Streep.
Now we're playing Trivial Pursuit. This is not a game show. Ken, will you please get Glenn? Give me this. Hello? Somebody went to get Glenn. Hello? She hung up. She must have gotten suspicious.
Shh. Quiet, everyone. I think I hear something.
I'll bet it's the Concorde landing in London.
It's a car pulling up the driveway.
Maybe it's Myra.
Maybe it's Harry and Joan from Venezuela.
Oh God, we've got trouble. We have got trouble.
What is it?
It's the police. It's a police car.
I warned you! I told you we should have called the police. Now look what happened. They're outside.
Who could have called the police?
Maybe it was Myra. Maybe it was Charlie.
Maybe it was Cassie. You were fighting with her. Did you see her use my phone?
Not to call. She hit me with it.
Oh, she broke my phone? My new phone and my new car?
Well, everybody calm down. We've got to figure out what to say when they come in.
They're trying to talk to Cassie. She won't roll down the windows.
They're gonna bust my windows. So I'm gonna take my car home in an envelope.
Why just leave her out in the car? She's in no condition to answer police questions.
She's in good enough condition to smash my nose. Damn, I have blood on my shirt.
And you're running for state senate? I wanna let you run for Chinese food.
What's wrong with you people? I have a 6-year-old child at home who behaves better than we do.
Well, why don't you call him and let him speak to the police?
Take it easy, Len. She did her share. She called Dr. Dudley.
Everybody call Dr. Dudley. He's in the yellow pages in China.
Maybe Dudley called the police.
It's the phone again.
Right. He guessed it was a phone twice in a row. And this genius is gonna save our lives.
Hello? Yes? Just a minute. Glenn, it's for you. It's the same woman who called before.
What same woman?
She didn't say. Maybe it was Myra, maybe it was Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
You know how she sounds in the movies? Like she always does the character perfectly, but it's not really her. That's how this woman sounded.
We've got 2 policemen outside and she's giving a whole resume at the party.
Oh, they're walking over here.
Hello?
Oh, they're coming over.
Oh, hi. How are you? No, it's not a cold. It's a telephone issue.
One thing is, we can't let them see Charlie. We can't let him downstairs or them upstairs.
I tried talking to Cassie, but she's still very upset.
Above all, no false statements. We must keep within the law. This above all, agreed.
Yes, to thine own self be true. We're in the hearts of better men. Are you crazy? They're outside.
Of course I think you should talk to her, but I can't get her out of the car.
They're going to ask you about the gunshots. What do we tell them about the gunshots?
Listen, I'll call you back in 15 minutes. Are you at the 914 number?
Kill him. Somebody kill him. Choke him with the telephone wire.
I'm very serious about this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to hold my bladder.
All right, I've got it. We tell him we never even heard the gunshots.
You mean lie to him?
What happened to this above all?
It won't work tonight. Maybe some other time.
If you let me go to the bathroom, I promise I'll come back.
Listen, I'll call you back. I can't talk right now. What? Goodbye. All right, what's going on?
Well, about 6 weeks ago, we were all invited to this party and...
Stop it, Lenny. All right. Think, everyone, think. Why didn't we hear the gunshots?
We're all deaf people. We meet once a week. That's why we didn't hear the gunshots.
Now we know why they call a cookie.
I've got it. We were watching the Hitler program. The cannons were bombing Berlin. We couldn't hear anything else.
There was no Hitler program. We made it all up to fool this idiot.
Hey, I've had just about enough from you, Lenny. We've gotta let them in.
Right. Quick, open it to him.
I can't. I'm in charge of the music.
That's it. The music.
What is?
The music was on, and we were dancing. Claire, put on the music.
Wait, there's one thing we need to do first.
What?
We need a Charlie, just in case.
Just in case what?
Just in case the police want to speak to Charlie.
Ken is right. Charlie is in no condition to tell them the real story.
Right, because no one has heard the real story yet.
Exactly. So whatever story the police hear has to be one that keeps us from all getting in trouble.
I've never seen a sinking ship empty so fast.
I agree with Ken. One of you three men has to be Charlie.
Since when do you move to France?
Well, let's be honest. I never heard the gunshot.
Bang, bang, idiot!
Isn't it against the law to impersonate another real person?
Yes, it is, honey. But not if we do it well.
Can you believe we actually married these men?
This is a major felony. Do you want to spend the next 30 years of your life in a maximum security prison in a tuxedo?
We're all in this together, Glenn. All right, here's how we do it. You put out 2 fingers or 1 finger. If 3 guys are the same and 1 guy is different, that guy is Charlie. Are we ready?
And who made you Don Corleone?
You have any better ideas?
Let the women wrestle forward.
Could you imagine cooking a fight? You're like, oh,
Hey! All right. Let's just get this over with.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. 2 and 2, no good. Again, 1, 2, 3. All the same. Again, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Lenny, what do you mean, Lenny?
We all had 2 fingers, and you had 1.
No, it was 2. I had duck grease stuck on my fingers.
It was 1 finger, Lenny.
No, it was 2. I swear to God.
No. One finger. One. I saw it.
And that man went to Johns Hopkins.
Lenny, go upstairs and don't come down unless we call you.
Oh, because I'm so anxious to come down as Charlie.
All right, Claire, put on the music.
Let's go, kids. Hurry up. Everyone grab your partners.
Can you shut that thing off, please? Somebody shut that damn thing off!
I beg your pardon. May I ask what you're doing here?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bust the door open.
Why didn't you knock first?
I did 5 times.
5 times. We didn't hear that.
I guess the music was on so loud you couldn't hear anything.
Of course. The music.
That's why we didn't hear you.
No wonder we wouldn't get any calls. We wouldn't hear them.
That's what it was, the music.
It was on.
So loud.
Now, what seems to be the trouble here, officer?
Well, just sort of routine investigation, sir. My name's Officer Wells. This is Officer Pudney. Is this your house, sir?
My house? No. I live elsewhere, other than here.
As do I. Live elsewhere. May I ask what this is about, officer?
Yeah,
And what could it be?
Yeah, officer, what are you doing here?
All right. Take it easy. Calm down. I just want to ask a few questions. May I ask who the owner of this house is?
We'd be delighted to tell you, officer, but I think it's customary for you to first inform us why these questions are being asked of us.
You're a lawyer, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Well, as a lawyer, you understand that you're not obligated to answer my question. I was just hoping somebody would be cooperative enough to tell me the owner's name.
Brock, Charlie Brock.
Can you tell me if Mr. Brock is home at present?
Not sure. Chris, is Charlie home?
Charlie, I think he went to walk the dog.
Then he'll be back soon?
I don't think so. It's a dachshund. They take very small steps.
He's home, officer. He just got back.
Well, then could I talk to Mr. Brock for a moment?
Well, as you can see, officer, we're celebrating a party. It's a very awkward time.
Yes, I've noticed. What's the occasion?
The 10th wedding anniversary of Charlie and Myra Brock.
I wouldn't take long. I just need a moment of his time.
Mr. Brock is sleeping.
Sleeping? In the middle of his anniversary party?
He was feeling depressed. He took a sleeping pill.
Well, then could I possibly talk to Mrs. Brock?
Mrs. Brock is not here.
She's not?
That's why Mr. Brock is depressed.
Where is she?
Her father broke his hip. She had to drive him to the hospital.
During the middle of her anniversary party? Couldn't someone else take him to the hospital?
Her father lives in California.
It has to do with cousins and works and hips. It's very complicated.
You, sir. Something wrong with your eye?
Yes, I put drops in it and the cap fell off. The whole bottle almost went in.
May I have your name, sir?
My name?
Yes, sir.
You mean my name?
Yes, sir. Is there a problem with giving me your name?
No, I'm sorry, I just can't see very well.
You don't have to see to talk, sir. The drops didn't go in your mouth, did they?
Officer, I believe you're being unnecessarily abusive to these people. Before any further questions, you'll have to tell us what this is about.
Yes, I will. Can you tell me who's the BMW outside?
It's my husband's car.
And what's his name, please?
You don't have to answer that, Claire.
Leonard Gaines.
Can I speak to Mr. Gaines for a moment?
I object!
I am the judge. This ain't a court, and I don't have a gavel. I just want to know where the man is.
You still haven't told us what this is about, so we're still not telling you where Mr. Gaines is.
I don't know why I always have trouble in this neighborhood. Okay, well, at approximately 8:15 tonight, an auto accident occurred on 12th and Danbury. A brand new red 1990 Porsche convertible with New York license plates smashed into the side of a brand new BMW 4-door sedan. Now, we know it wasn't the BMW's fault because the Porsche was a stolen car. Stolen at 8:15 tonight, right off the dealer's lot. The man in the Porsche got away. Now, do you know who the brand new BMW belonged to?
How would I know?
It belonged to Deputy Mayor Charles M. Brock. Purchased today as a gift from his wife, Myra. A surprise wedding anniversary present.
Surprise hardly says it.
Ah, so you hear about the car accident?
Yes, and if Mr. Gaines is here, I'd like to speak to him. And if he's not here, the police department would like to know where he is.
Do you mind stepping out just 1 minute, officer?
Why?
Mrs. Gaines is my client. I'd like to consult with her before any further questions. It's within my rights.
1 minute. That's all you get.
Through. I'm Mr. Leonard Gaines.
You are?
Yes.
How come it took you a whole minute to think of your name?
Never rush your answers. Harvard Law School.
Never trust a man who doesn't know if he's here or not. Police Academy. Who are you, ma'am?
His wife's best friend. Her, Mrs. Gaines.
Are you here alone, ma'am?
No, I'm here with my husband, Mr. Gorman.
And where is he?
Must have gone home early.
Not much of a party, is it?
It's had its ups and downs.
All right, Mr. Gaines. Tell us about the accident in full and complete detail.
Do you think you would step outside just one more time?
I ain't going no place, nowhere, no time. This is it. This is where I stay till I get what I came for. Even if my whole family has to move in. What's that?
1047 fighting, over. Check. Got it. Hold it. Red 1990 Porsche convertible located at 5th and Market in Tarrytown. Suspect apprehended. They said call it a night.
Well, I guess that ties that little bundle up. Sorry to bother you folks.
Oh, it's okay.
There'll be some further questioning for you tomorrow, Mr. Gaines. No need to take up any more of your time tonight. Thank you, and good night. I know I've seen you somewhere before. What's your name again?
Glenn Cooper.
Were you ever on TV?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm running for state senate.
Right. I saw you did an interview for PBS.
Why was it so hard for you to give us your name?
You know, when you're in politics, you don't want to get mixed up in these kind of things.
Yes, but you weren't involved with this. Unless you witnessed the accident. Did you?
No. My wife and I arrived late. We didn't even hear the gunshots.
What gunshots? I said, what gunshots?
I suppose the gunshots that were fired at the, stolen vehicle.
That was 12 miles away in Terrytown. You got 20/20 hearing, Mr. Cooper?
1047 Putney, over. Right. Check. Will do. Neighbors reported 2 gunshots were fired about 9 p.m. from inside 1257 Peekskill Road, Stevens Landing. Investigate.
1257 Peekskill Road. We've got a doubleheader here, don't we? Anybody want to tell us about the gunshots?
Gunshots?
We didn't hear any gunshots at all.
Nobody heard them, I suppose. Who's the woman sitting outside in the BMW?
That's my wife, Cassie.
I'd like to have a little talk with Miss Cooper. Colin, get her in here. Colin, with the C? Looks to me like you all had a fine dinner. I'd like to speak to the help, please.
There is no help.
Then who did all the cooking?
I did.
And what's your name?
Cookie,
I mean your real name.
that is my real name. I have 2 sisters named Candy and Taffy. I swear to God.
Is that blood on your shirt, Len?
Blood? Where? Oh, I stabbed myself with a fork during dinner.
Is that blood on your shirt, Glenn?
Yes, I must have bumped up against Len when we were dancing.
Ken, Len, Glenn. That's really weird.
It's just a coincidence.
I guess it is. My name is Jen. Are you alright, Mrs. Cooper?
Fine. I won't be pressing any charges. My lawyer will handle this.
It was an accident. She dropped her electric cigarette lighter in the car on the floor, and I grabbed her by her jacket to get her out of the car.
And how'd you get that nasty blow on your nose?
My wife was hanging up the phone in the dark, and my head was a little too low.
My. We've got a lot of cartoon humor in this case, don't we?
Okay, I'm gonna need help. Yeah, I'm gonna need help. Because this, oh my God! Oh, okay.
You hurting too, ma'am?
I have a chronic back spasm. It's very hard for me to sit, stand, or walk.
And you didn't hear the gunshots either, I suppose.
No, I was dancing. Dancing is good for my back.
And to think I was almost out the door with this one. Miss Gorman?
Is that me? Yes, Mrs. Gorman.
And what do you do?
Well, mostly I've been helping with the drinks.
Your occupation?
Nothing. Well, no, not nothing. I'm a liar. A lawyer and a mother. I have 2 children. 1 child, a boy. I'm sorry, I'm very nervous.
You and everybody else, ma'am. I'm going to say something now that isn't a part of my official capacity, but I don't believe one thing I've heard in this room. I think there were gunshots here tonight. I think somebody or everybody's trying to cover something up. A man gets hit in the nose, another man stabs himself with a fork, someone's BMW gets smashed up, the host takes a short-legged dog for a walk, and then goes to sleep. The hostess takes her father to a hospital in California with a broken hip, and nobody hears 2 gunshots because everybody is dancing, including a woman named Cookie, who's been cooking all day but can't stand or walk. You people have to deal with me. I'm a real cop. You understand? I'm not somebody named Elmer that you kids watch on Disney Channel. Now, I want real answers, intelligent answers, believable answers, and answers that don't make me laugh. But first, I want to see Mr. Charlie Rock and find out what the hell is going on in here, including the possibility of him having 2 bullet holes in him. Now, I'll give you 5 seconds to bring him down here, or I'll take 2 seconds to go upstairs and get him for myself. Don't mess with me now. I'm so close to promotion I can smell it, and I'm not going to screw it up with this case. Do I start counting, or do I start climbing up steps? It's up to you.
Wait, please, will you wait? Ernie, Len, I think it's time we call Charlie downstairs, don't you?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Hello? Charlie? It's Ernie. We're ready for you now. Are you ready for us now? Relax, Charlie. It's just an hysteric nerve reaction.
What's wrong with him?
He thinks he went temporarily blind. Just put some cold water on your eyes and come down. There are 2 police officers here who want to speak to you. Why? Because you put out one finger, that's why! He'll be right down.
Truth is, officer, we were trying to protect Mr. Brock because he's a dear friend of ours. But we know we are all in jeopardy if we hold back the truth. There were 2 gunshots here tonight, which I, myself, did not hear. But I share equal blame with those who did hear the shots and did not come forth with that information, despite the fact that I did not hear them.
Stop helping so much, Glenn.
Nevertheless, Mr. Brock is willing to tell the full and complete story, the details which none of us has heard yet, about the missing help, about the disappearance of his wife Myra, and about the gunshots, which I did not hear.
Oh, I think I'm getting another spasm in my back.
Oh, who gives a...
Hello, Charlie!
Hi, Charlie.
Are you feeling all right, Charlie?
I'm Officer Wells, Mr. Brown. This is Officer Putney. Please sit down. Colin, take this down. All right, Mr. Brock. Tell us from the beginning exactly what happened in this house tonight.
Does anybody want some lemon tarts?
Yes, the tart would be wonderful.
Not now, ma'am. Go ahead, Mr. Brock.
Okay, well, let's see. The story, as it happened, as I remember it, as I'm telling it. Okay, here it goes. At exactly 6 o'clock tonight, I came home from work. My wife, Myra, was in the dressing room getting dressed for the party. I grabbed a bottle of champagne from the refrigerator and headed upstairs. Rosita, the Spanish cook, was in the kitchen with Ramona, her Spanish sister, and Romero, her Spanish son. They had prepared an Italian dinner. They were waiting on Myra to ask her when to start the dinner. As I climbed the stairs, I said to myself, it's my 10th wedding anniversary, and I still can't believe I love my wife so much. Myra was putting on the perfume I bought her for Christmas. I purposely buy it because it drives me crazy. I tapped on the door. Tap, tap, tap. She opens it. I hand her a glass of champagne and make a toast to the most beautiful wife a man ever had for 10 years. She says, to the best man and the best 10 years a beautiful wife ever had. We drink, we kiss, and we toast again. To the loveliest skin on the loveliest body that has never aged a day in 10 wonderful years. She says, to the gentlest hands that ever stroked the loveliest skin on the loveliest body that's never aged a day in 10 wonderful years. We drink, we kiss, we toast, we drink, we kiss, and we toast. By 7 o'clock, the bottle was finished, my wife is sloshed, and I'm completely toasted. Until I smell the perfume. The perfume I could never resist. I loved my wife in that moment with as much passion and ardor as the first night we were newlyweds. I tell you this not with embarrassment, but with a pride and joy for a love that grows stronger and more lasting as each new day passes. We lay there spent, naked in each other's arms. Complete in our happiness. It's now 8 o'clock and it's grown dark out. Suddenly, a gentle knock at the door. Knock, knock, knock. The door opens and a strange young man is looking down at us with a knife in his hand. Myra screams, "Ah!" I jump up and run for the gun in my drawer. Myra grabs a towel to shield herself. I rushed back in with the pistol, ready to save my wife's life. The strange young man says in Spanish, "Yo pito se tanto en la But I don't speak Spanish, and I've never seen Rosita San Romero before, and didn't know then that the knife was just to cut up the salad. He was just asking when they should heat up the dinner. So I aim my gun at him. Myra screams, pulls my arm, the gun goes over, shoots me right in the earlobe. Rosita San Romero runs downstairs and tells Rosita and Ramona, "Mamacita, mira el hombre, my baby." The crazy man took a shot at him. So, Rosita, Ramona, and Romero all leave off in a huff. There, I'm bleeding all over Myra's new dress. Suddenly, we hear a car pulling up. It's the first guest. Myra grabs a bathrobe and runs downstairs to stop Rosita, Ramona, and Romero. Otherwise, we'll have no dinner. But they leave off and they're out for rodeo. I look out the window, but it's dark and I think someone is stealing my old beautiful Mercedes. So I take another shot at him. Myra runs down the basement where we keep the cedar chest to find the dress she wore last year for Bonds for Israel. But she can't find the light, trips down the stairs, and passes out in the dark. I run downstairs to find Myra, and I notice that the basement door is open, and I'm afraid the strange looking man will come back. So I lock it, not knowing that Myra is still down there. I run back upstairs to take some aspirin, because my ear is killing me, from the hole in it. But the blood on my hands gets to my eyes, and I take 4 Valium instead. I want to tell the guests downstairs to look for Myra, but suddenly I can't speak from all the Valium I took, and I'm bleeding all over the white rug. So I decide to write a note explaining what happened. But the note looks like gibberish, and I'm afraid they'll think it's a suicide note and call the police. And my friend Glenn Cooper was coming, and a suicide wouldn't look good for his campaign. So I rip it out and flush it down the toilet, just as they come into my room screaming, "What happened? What happened?" And before I can tell them, I passed out on my bed. And that's the whole damn story. As long as my name is Charlie Brown.
I buy it. I buy the whole thing. And you know why I buy it? I buy it because I liked it. I didn't believe it. But I liked it. I love my husband too, and that's why I want to give him early. Sorry to bother you folks. Take care of that there, Mr. Brock, and happy anniversary.
Where in the whole wide world did you find the guts to tell a story like that?
I made it up.
Of course you made it up, but when?
As I was telling you, sentence by sentence, word by word. I didn't know where the hell I was going, but I just kept on going.
You don't even speak Spanish.
I know, I made a Spanish up too.
You idiot! You could have got us sent to jail for perjury.
I know, that was a challenge. The ultimate chutzpah. I had the best damn time I ever had in my life.
I am impressed. I am sincerely and deeply impressed. You have, without a doubt, Lenny, one of the weirdest minds I have ever come across.
Well, a toast. To my husband, Lenny, just when I was getting bored with our marriage. I fell in love with him all over again.
Tori.
I have an interesting question. What? What do you think really happened to Charlie and Myra?
Hello? Yes, Charlie. It's Ernie. We're all here. Are you out for some visitors? Wonderful. We're dying to hear the whole story. We're on our way. Charlie's going to tell us the entire thing.
I hope it's shorter than Lenny's story.
Honey, can we go back and get my crystal from the toilet?
Yes, about 1,000 crystals, Angel.
Open the door! Open the door!
Who's that?
It's Myra!